Bleeding you dry. Tell me about it. My kids have asked for a bouncy castle this year. Do you know how much that costs? They are constantly amused by the most silly and unnecessarily expensive things.
Are you gonna do this or
no? Yeah, sorry, I gotta go. I'll catch you in a bit. There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're watching Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
And we're here to test the new 2020 Mercedes-Benz GLE. And of course, we're going to have some fun with it. So this bouncy castle mode is a function of the E-active body control and air suspension. It's a rocking function, which can help you get out of snow or mud if you're stuck. But if you want that, you also need the premium package and intelligent drive package, so you will need to tag an extra 15,450 Canadian dollars onto the price. But it's pretty cool, as it's a suspension that can adjust spring and damper stiffness on the fly to smooth out speed bumps. Given its extra cost, we imagine many of you will opt for the regular spring and damper combo.
But if you do decide to opt for it, then you'll have an SUV that has curve mode. That is, it leans into the corner like a motorbike, which Thomas is testing out right now.
Oh, that's bizarre. Wow, that's really cool. The whole thing just feels flat. That's really strange. Feels natural though.
Like its mortal enemy, the BMW X5, you can option a third row of seats, but the excitement for this vehicle really stems from its gadgetry, and we'll get more into the tech in a minute. Pricing starts at 64,000 Canadian for the 4-cylinder GLE 350, but this trim with the 450 engine and a few goodies is nearer 85,000. That's not cheap, so we want to see what the standard suspension version of the GLE 450 is made of on the road first, and then we're going to do some off-roading with the E-active suspension.
If you're new to Throttle House, we do car reviews, track tests, and quite a lot of messing around. So subscribe and hit the bell.
GLE 450. 450 relating to nothing to do with engine displacement or horsepower numbers. We have 362 horsepower in this inline six, and it has an EQ boost, so I get an extra 21 horsepower, which kind of just ends up being a smoother delivery of power rather than an actual blast of it. That's 100 horsepower more than the inline 350, and it moves. That's 100 right there. It really, you're not wanting for power, but if you are, there is a solution.
Because there is also a 53 version of this, which is an AMG motor that's not actually an AMG motor because it's not hand-built, but it has that cool electric tech which keeps the turbo spooling and gives you that immediate boost of power. We drove it in the CLS, it's really good. But in this one, when I come to a stop, it's able to turn the engine off right before I come to a full and complete stop. So it is the smoothest start-stop you will ever use.
This isn't even the upgraded suspension package, which is the E-active ride control and the air stuff. It's like you can get $10,000 more in suspension upgrades than this, and the ride on this is excellent. Without back-to-backing this with the X5, I can't see, I'm on horrendous roads right now, like volcanic level climb here, and it feels okay. The ride is quiet, it's refined. It at least matches the X5, so there's no worry there.
There is a sport mode, an actual downshift, and there's paddle shifts, kind of upshifts for you. It's not meant to be driven like that. It really, really isn't. It just makes you want to relax when you're driving it. Don't forget, it's an E-Class. The steering is really light, but there's a good on-center feel. When I turn into the corner like that, it's not bad, you know? It's insulated. The whole car is insulated. I'm insulated from the road. But sometimes the road ends, so we took it off-roading, with a little help from a person on a radio.
David and Patrick passing me. Patrick is going to the corner. I think it's David's going to Elephant Hole.
What? Okay, off-roading in the fancy one with all the fancy suspension. The ambient lighting looks beautiful among these trees. I'm just going to avoid that stump.
All right, so I can actually individually raise the heights of the individual wheels, which is cool. So if you need more traction on one wheel, you actually, believe it or not, raise the ride height of that wheel. Learned that from corner balancing in race cars.
I think I've got a wheel in the air. Oh, that's mad. The car is honestly incredibly confident. Apart from the beeping, it's moaning. It's like an Englishman. It just gets the job done, but it whines about it the whole time.
All right, going up a hill. Easy.
It's such a beautiful full day. Works so nicely.
We're going over some offset bumps right. I'll tell you what the car is doing is everything for me. Because I have absolutely no control over the brake or the throttle. I put my foot all the way in the throttle and nothing happens. It literally only goes when it wants to go. That is a weird choice.
Okay, now we're going to try DSR mode, which is the mode you put it in and it will take you down the hill. And I'm not supposed to use my brakes. And here we go. Okay, my foot is completely off the brake on a downhill. That is a strange feeling.
After we had our fill of off-roading and were thoroughly impressed with the e-active suspension, we grabbed the regular 450 to talk about the styling. Well,
very competent.
It is.
Very good.
It's also good looking, I think.
Really, I think it looks a bit muted, especially in this selenite grey. It's just fine.
I like it. I think it's handsome looking. There's lots of different ways. This is very muted compared to the different customizations you can do.
Yeah.
There's like a night mode
package
thing
yeah.
that blacks some stuff
and
out.
there's the AMG package has like the diamond grille.
Yes.
This does have the 21-inch wheels though, which
Yep.
is a $1,000 upgrade.
They look okay.
It also has these sideboards.
Wow.
These running boards. They're
Yep.
$750.
Okay.
And it is a longer wheelbase than the last gen, so it's kind of like this section is bigger.
Yeah,
and more
it's
comfortable.
It's fine. I think it looks good. It
I think
fills the role of large, comfortable
I
SUV.
think a BMW X5 looks better,
even with the big grille.
even with the big BMW grille.
Controversial.
Because it's not as bad as the X7.
Okay.
But I think the BMW is in trouble in the interior.
Okay, let's try it. Not bad.
I immediately prefer it to an X5.
That's fair.
I like the dual screens. I know they're in all of them now, but I think it's really smart.
Open port wood.
Which looks great and doesn't cost any extra.
No, neither does this leather, which is really nice. These are from a Porsche.
You can get these in Hyundais now.
Yeah, but this is to remind you this car has off-road chops.
All right.
And this is a crazy good ambient lighting. It's so
Crazy
bright.
good.
Crazy good.
It's crazy good.
It's
It's a stripper light. All right. I never get so excited about ambient lighting. I didn't like the wood on the S-Class that we had, but I think that was more of like a...
This is an old manny type of
Yeah,
wood.
this
This
was
is like a mid-century modern
This is
Scandinavian
Does this
look.
not remind you though of the CX-5 signature wood?
Ooh, that's
Right.
comparing it to a CX-5.
Although this is a heated wooden steering wheel, which
It
is very nice.
Yeah.
But tech. This is a tech
This
hub.
is all about tech.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so some of the cool things, this has the MBUX system, which you don't have to option, but this one has it.
Yeah, it's got the hey M word if you want to
We don't want to say it right now, or else it'll pop up. It also has the augmented reality GPS, which is pretty crazy. It puts like a little arrow over the corner
find
that you
that
want to turn.
gimmicky, though.
It is gimmicky, and I just use Apple CarPlay like everyone else
Or
in the world.
or the head-up display tells you when to turn on the nav.
Sure, yeah. It's
For that you have to look down.
just use Apple CarPlay
Yeah.
is really the answer to that. Also, this has this system where if you're leaning over to do a thing, it will turn the lights
interior
up.
assist. Yeah.
Yeah, so like
interior assist.
Interior assist. So if I was to lean over to do a thing over here, it would turn this light on automatically.
Yeah.
Which is really crazy. Also, there's a crazy piece of safety tech in this car, where if you are about to have an accident, it will emit a tone into your ears that causes your eardrums to close off for a second.
Is it just a Justin Bieber song?
Yes, that is what it is, yeah.
Close.
Baby, baby, oh. And then you don't have to have the airbags burn your ears in
I
an
like your
accident.
rendition of that there.
Yeah, it's good, right?
That's good. Although this is the Burmester sound system. You can option this with the high-end one, the
high-end.
$6,000 3D surround sound thing. I'm sure it's amazing.
Yes.
But this is good enough.
This is pretty good, actually. Okay, so...
Heated and cooled cup holders.
That is really
They're
neat.
very excited about that, Mercedes.
Yes,
They're very upset that their coffee keeps getting slightly less warm.
Yeah, it doesn't keep them hot or cold. It keeps them
Obviously,
about
it
the
is a
temperature.
welcome feature though.
It
And
is
then we
very
have this
cool.
awesome steering wheel with where we move the stuff around. It's all the new gen stuff.
Yeah, it's really
The
really
new gen,
nice.
I can't emphasize this enough. The new gen Mercedes interior stuff
It's worth waiting for.
is beautiful, and it hasn't failed on us yet.
No, correct.
Unlike Schmim Schmem Schbabble. In fact, this car is so modern that there isn't actually a normal USB outlet. It's all USB-C, but you get the adapters with the car, so I guess it makes it future-proofing.
Thanks, Apple. I mean,
Future-proofing it.
Mercedes. Back seat?
Yeah.
See, these running boards, they look cool, but the only thing they're actually good at is getting the backs of your pants dirty. I don't like running boards. This is nice.
Very spacious.
We were just in a GL what?
C.
C. I can't... GL... This is the what?
This is the GLE.
This is the
This
GLE.
is the bigger E-Class. This
Okay.
is the SUV of the E-Class.
And that was the SUV of the C-Class.
Correct.
Which had smaller back seats than this.
Yeah, this
by
is
a long
this
ways.
is really when the SUV stuff starts to make much more sense.
I
to
agree,
me, 'cause
yeah.
It's more spacious.
really nice.
That's
sunroof.
really nice.
It's huge.
Yeah, and we have heated seats. We don't have with this trim our own
Climate.
climate control.
Yeah.
Which the GLC did in a 63 form.
This is...
Rubbish.
Yeah.
Throw it out.
Take it back.
Get in an X5.
The ambient lighting's all the way back here too, which is
Oh,
really
the
nice.
ambient lighting.
And I'm all about ambient
No.
lighting. I swear, I feel like I'm in a Star Trek
No.
shot. It's really cool.
Conclusion?
Yeah. So there is no question that this is a very capable and comfortable SUV. There's a huge amount of tech that you can option here, but the cost does go up very quickly. Our recommendation is to try the standard suspension first, as you will probably find that it's all you need for everyday use. But as for engines, and after trying the GLE 350, we think that the 450 is the sweet spot for easy driving and comfort. Thanks for watching. That's a GT2.
You can't tell that from here.
No, I can tell by the wing. The one before it was a 930 turbo. I can tell it from here, I can.
From the wing?
Yeah, I can. Should we tell people to follow us on Instagram now?
Yeah. Oh, you started it?